Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another shipbuilding video. In this one, and probably for the rest of the series, I'm going to be changing it up a bit. Since there's probably already all, if not most of the famous ships have been done, I'm going to do my own ships, the ones that I designed, ones that I built. Some will be big, some will be small. So, hope you enjoyed it. But, let's get into this ship. I named it Big Chungus. I like the name, but you can name it whatever you want. But first, let's look at it from the outside. And it is... Ta-da! I'll be doing the shipbuilding of the ships that I showcased in the very first episode at the end of it. But this ship is pretty nice. Let's take a look at it from the outside. While I talk about it, you can see we have really big cockpit. We have a lot of landing gear for, well, because it is pretty heavy. It has okayish mobility. It has great weapons. It has great healing tanks, mostly hidden. Same with the reactor and grav shield. As you can see, they are hidden. You know, there's one, and on the other side right here, you know, reactor. Best engines and stuff. And yeah, it looks really nice. So, let's take a look on the indoors. There's only one ladder. It's not a labyrinth, you know. And then I'll showcase you how to build it. So, let's get into it.
Let's stow
All
our
right.
stuff fast and get out of here.
Thanks, Barrett.
Just to see the stars again.
So when you come up here, you have your cockpit. Let's take a look at the cockpit first, actually. Yeah. We used Demo's cockpit because it's huge. On the left side, you know, you got a bunch of jump seats, including captain locker, artillery, and cargo hall. You get nice little podium over here. Plenty of windows. You get your captain chair, co-pilot, you know, bunch of places, and you got your navigation console. Once you're flying out in the space, you can actually get up from your chair and just look around. Plenty of windows, great views. On this side, you got more jump seats. Same with over here. Now let's take a look over here. The first place where you come up from the landing bay is you got a nice hangout spot, you know, just for people to chill. If you go to the right, get nice another hangout spot, you know, a little more private. So people who are done working at the bridge, they can hang around here, you know. You got windows looking up top. You can get some nice views of the stars on both sides, and you got a front window. You can peek into the cockpit a little bit, you know, and just a nice view. But if you go to the opposite side, you have the captain quarters, you know. So whenever I'm done over there on the bridge, I can come out, you know, take a little peek into it, have a nice view. Unfortunately, I'm joking. I do have windows up. You know, just come on. You gotta stop occasionally and appreciate the view. But it's a nice chill place for me to hang out, including navigation console, so I can plot our next course. Now you go back. And over here you have your workshop station. You know, you can put your cutters if you want. You can work on industrial stuff, research, work on your spacesuit, your weapons. You know, and this is where the docker is. So you can go up and do stuff. Over here we have our pharmaceutical. You know, you can do your research, create some medicine. You know, cool spot. Then we will go down first, then we'll go up. So down here, we drop down to a nice, another hangout spot, a little more private, you know, more like a unofficial mess hall, just small. Back here you have your infirmary, you know, in case you're sick or something, you go here. You got your medicine being created over here. and just put a nice spot. Pretty nice. And then back here is, you got your little workout place, more sleeping headquarters, or sleeping quarters privately. What's up? By the way, if you want to know how to get Emilia R hard, let me know in the comments. It's not very hard. Then you got a view to the back. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Alright, now let's go all the way to the top. Alright, so we're on the third floor. You go up here, you have your control room or computer room. I forget which one it is specifically. Nope. A bunch of electronics. Now, once you come up, if you go to the right, you have a nice window out to the front. You can see a bunch of cargos. And this is the chill quarters. Unfortunately, the windows to the top. They get too many windows over here. So you got another little gym, sleeping quarters, just hang out, and another view to the back. The other side is pretty much similar. Window, eating food, chill, sleep, workout, just more private, away from everything. Now, let's see. Ooh, let's drop down, or not. Let's go see and figure out how you can build this, because honestly, building this is not that bad. It has plenty of weapons, amazing weapons, and it has a really good cargo. So, you also have the landing bay out in the front. Now, this uses mostly demos parts. As you can see, this is just the view like this. You do have to glitch some stuff because you can see weapons on the sides or the bottom part is kind of like glitching in, but this is what it looks like. Plenty of windows, plenty of stuff. So, unfortunately, you can see on the dock you have windows, but you can't really see them because, well, the game. But I will not be recreating this from the scratch. I will just break it by pieces, as you can see, and then we'll put it back together. Because, to be honest, I don't fully remember how I put it. So, ooh, I missed one spot. I'll put it like yay. There we go. We do have some windows in the back that I apparently forgot. Alright. You got the top. Got the middle. We'll select as much of this as possible, including the little windows, so you don't have this stuff floating in the air. I don't like selecting the windows sometimes to put them up like this, just because they're pain to, oh, you can see select and move them up. But the building this ship it is pretty expensive, but it also uses the best stuff. As you can see, you need Starship Design 4 for a lot of this. Alright. And let's move it like this. So, I used the Deimos landing bay. Let me go down a little bit. See, Deimos landing bay on the front. You can put it in the back. Of course, I forgot the windows. My bad. Don't yell at me too much. Yeah. You have your Deimos landing bay. Out in the front, you can switch it to the back, but I like that in the front just so it's easier for me to get in and out of the ship. Then we use the Deimos infirmary. If you want to have a better entrance into the infirmary, I would use Hope Tech. But is it Hope Tech or Nova Galactic. The way you have access not at the top, but at the side. I used it on my ship HMS Pinafore. I didn't name it, my friend did. But yeah, landing bay, the habitats, you can put different ones. We have infirmary, we have living quarters. We have the helium tanks attached to the infirmary because they're a little more hidden this way. As you can see, we have Deimos landing gear because they have 3 thrust and they don't look too bad. They're better landing gear for thrust, but they're just a little too bulky for the build that I was going for. So we have a total of 8 landing gear. That gives us enough to go up and down, to land and get up in space. See, we have our grav drive over here and the reactor. You don't need to use this ones. I just use the best because I want it to be faster and do more stuff. We have our engines all over back attached. You can see we used Poseidon DT230 engines attached to the side of the living quarters. We got a little window, you know, and again 320 CB landing gear from Deimos. You can get most of it over at New Atlantis, or if you go to Deimos Star Yard, you can get more stuff like landing gear. Unfortunately, you have to go there to get them. Now, over here, as you can see, we used the PB300 Auto Alpha Turret in the Starship Design 1 is because they smack. I enjoy them, they're really good. We have 4 of them, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, facing forward. We used MKE -9 Gauss guns, because again, they just shred through the hull. You do need Class C, so you need piloting 4. We used the Deimos DS 40.2 Ares Bridge. In Starship Design 3, I just like it. I would use I would use Nova Galactic, but it's just smaller. But it's pretty cool. I used it on my HMS Pinafore, which I'll be doing probably next. You know, get your bunch of windows from Nova Galactic, but you have those in any structural stuff on any ship service technician. We used the best shield, Assurance SG-1800 shield generator. Yeah, 16 shield. And you have regen. I get more shield because of the perks. We used the Galleon S204 cargo holds attached to the workshop and the science lab. You need Starship Design 3. They are pretty heavy at 312 mass, but they carry 1,480. And I have a bunch of them. For the sides, I used Deimos Wing C. The front and back, I used Deimos Wing A. For the front and same thing for the back, just rotated them. So now we're gonna try to attach it. Boom. Oop. I messed that one up a little bit, but as you can, oh dang it, I'm messing up today pretty badly, as you can see. There we go. That way it's has a little curve, so it's not just a flat block or flat rectangle. Now it gives a little bit more. Now let's look at the top. Like I said, we have the 1100 DP Docker top. You can use the more smaller. I just wanted to use this one. Again, we have the wings. First on the back, it's just wing C, just stopped. We use the second best turret, Disruptor 3340A Alpha turrets on the top and on the bottom. They're not the great, but they're decent. They're used for the sides. You know, when you're fighting up front, you have them shooting at the targets on the side, if there's any. You don't have the living quarters on the sides, and I used Deimos Spine fore and aft. You know, just rotate them. And for the front, for the middle, I use a Deimos Spine B. So, Normally, if you try to place it, you can't. So, 1 second. Game sometimes just wants to just not be great. So you get rid of the weapons on the bottom, then you attach it, right? So what you do next is you look at the weapon that you want to add back, and then you press Y in console to duplicate. And then you'll be good. You know, it would just duplicate it and push it to the bottom. And then you rotate. Unfortunately for one of the sides, it just wants to be difficult, you know, and it just pushes us up. So, what you can do is just make it a little simpler. Just move the wing to the bottom, right? Then you add your weapon, rotate it to the side, then you just duplicate the wing and get rid of it. Which is again a little glitchy, but it gives it a nice better view. Now the top was a little flat, but I tried to add some wings, or not the wings, sorry, some windows so it's not as flat. You have your shields, and that's why I also put the docker. But this is my Big Chungus. So it is pretty good. As you can see, it has max weapons, max engine, max shield, nearly max drive, but at this point you don't need as much max drive or grav drive. You have 40 reactor power, you have 9 crew if you can have the perk, great weapons, a lot of shield, 12k cargo, 1500 hull, 1100 fuel. You have enough fuel to jump a far distance. So I enjoy building this, and if you did enjoy this video, do leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, do let me know why you didn't like it. No, just so I can improve. With that said, don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.